Hey there, Michael Besson here. I wanted to share something with everybody this morning. I'm having an incredible experience overseas. I don't want to say where I am quite yet and I hope you'll stay to the end so you can figure that out. It's all part of what I'm trying to share. You know, life isn't really what happens to us, right? Life is how we respond to the adversities, how we respond to the bad things. And a lot of people are asking me about my year. Many of you know I had a stroke 5.5 months ago. I went through an interesting process of learning how to speak again. I locked myself in a hotel room for 4 days and taught myself how to speak. Of course, it took another couple of months to even get confident enough to talk in public. But what do you do when you hit that? 2 weeks later, I suffered the reality that my ulcer problem was nothing more, wasn't an ulcer rather, it was cancer. So for the next 2 or 3 weeks, I fought for my life in a hospital bed, got the cancer surgery I needed. And you know, during this time, I started getting revelations about life and the ability to just keep going. You know, when people talk about you behind your back, you keep going. When people say you can't do it, you keep going. There's got to be something where your heart is so fully persuaded that there's actually memory cells in your heart. In fact, they're 300 times greater than the memory cells in your brain, where your heart knows that you have what it takes to make it through the other side. I went through some of the deepest betrayal this year of my life, business betrayal, personal friendship betrayal. And at the end of the day, in a fallen world, it happens. And so on your journey, I think the key to life is a fully persuaded heart that your life is blessed. And that I think there's a God that cares about you, that all things work together for the good of those that love God and are called according to his purpose. I think that there's an opportunity to take whatever set of circumstances you find yourself in. And if you just keep going, if you just refuse to give in to adversity, if you just hold on in your heart to the greatest possibilities, the most fantastic outcomes, they manifest. This morning when I wanted to do this, I unfortunately got food poisoning last night, two days ago. And then I got what I'd probably call walking pneumonia. But I realized, hey, this video is about something bigger than this, so I'm going to do it anyway. And so the key is, are you a champion in life? Champions are made by the persuasion of your heart. Champions never quit. Champions have an attitude that regardless of what life throws at me, I'm going to figure it out. I'm going to make it happen. You know that I work with entrepreneurs, business owners, CEOs around the world. And when the number one criteria I see, the number one personality distinction that I see, oh my goodness, this next one's huge. By the way, if I didn't have walking pneumonia, I would be running this. But I'm not going to give up. I'm not going to give in because I refuse to do anything but go all the way to the top here. So you got to bear with me. Could you do this a day, 24 hours of food poisoning, about 12 hours of recovery, and then walking pneumonia? Life isn't what happens to you. Life is how you respond. So, to prove this point, I just climbed to the top of the Athens first Olympic Stadium, where champion after champion for centuries has competed. This is where the very first Olympics were ever held. And I wanted to do this today for the champion in all of us. See you at the top.